Hello, lovely people. I'm really excited to share with you well, almost 2 weeks, only 2 weeks away. I think if I'm doing my time math right, it's like, what day is it? What year is it? I'm doing a live free for everyone clearing, and it's around receiving and removing blocks to receiving. It's going to be Saturday, May 23rd at 6:30 p.m. and that's Eastern Daylight. We're 4 hours, minus 4 hours from UTC, so please check your time zone. Information is in my bio. So why am I doing this? I love doing energy clearings. Energy clearings are basically when you can work one-on-one or with a group. I love doing group clearings actually. And what I do is I bring everyone to what I call like a shamanic clearing. I work a lot with a place in the forest called Grandfather Clearing. There's a grandfather elder and grandmother elder that I work with and who work with me. And we create the sacred space. So it's like doing ceremony, but online. And there's forest there and a river, and we call in the four directions. And I usually work a lot with Archangel Michael and Mother Earth, and then whoever else I feel inspired at the time of the clearing to call in. And then I call in the souls of everyone who's showing up. And it also works really beautiful for those of you who might not be able to make it and are really drawn to do this. It really is the space is out of time. It's in a shamanic realm or underworld. It gets into time is all time, and we live in different dimensions, and so we can project part of ourselves and access even if it's in the past, like on a replay. So I call in everyone who's present there with me in the time space, and I call in everyone in the future who will be watching it. So it's really, really powerful. And it's basically like a guided meditation. I guide you all through traveling there and setting the space and protecting the space. And then I go through and get a sense of the patterns, certain patterns of blocks that people are having around receiving. They can be really powerful. They can be, a lot of times there's past life trauma or past life experiences that cause us to maybe make vows. Like there's really common vows around poverty and penance or punishment for either being wealthy in other lifetimes or having abused wealth or power or position, or having been like like a monk or a nun, and having had taken those vows before and having those vows carry forward. There can be trauma around, especially I work a lot with a lot of healers, and even if you're not specifically in a healer industry, any kind of service that you provide that is empowering other people. And of course, it doesn't even have to be a profession. It can be something that we simply believe in and take action on. There can be punishment, cultural punishment in other lifetimes, and the trauma of that's unresolved can cause us to restrict our power and voice from fully showing up or being comfortable doing that. That can also affect our manifesting and receiving. And I'm gonna get more into what some of the different blocks can be like over the next few weeks with some videos. And when you sign up, there's a whole beautiful email series around these different kinds of blocks that I see show up, and how they might be showing up for you. And then it helps if you all respond to which one resonates for you, so I get an idea of what the majority patterns are showing up for the group. So what we do is we actually go through, and sometimes there's chains, sometimes there's energetic cords, sometimes there's healing, releasing of archetypes or healing soul fragments. And we go through all those and hold witness for that part of ourselves that needs to be seen and needs love. And usually there's a shift where the energy and the charge, the feeling around that is neutralized or comes back to a neutral charge or feeling that feels like release. And then usually there's a reclaiming of that energy. So that it gets into like what blocks are simply energetic attachments or structures that are part of our whole essence, which has a structure. We have our physical body, and then we have the energetic structures that are sort of beneath the physical form that we perceive and sense. And so it's within the body, physical body, and the energetic body, and they can be in the mind too. All these are bodies or vessels that are holding part of our soul and are connected with the expression of ourself and our soul in this person being. And so there's energy that creates those structures and holds those structures together. And when they vibrate at a certain frequency. And so when we're working really hard to manifest, be more clear on our intuition or our voice, or manifesting abundance beyond, really basic survival, and we feel like we're fighting, what we're fighting is that structure that has a belief around it that, like, or like the vow or the belief that, having a lot of money is bad because, I have more than other people, or, I've caused pain in the past and I don't want to do that again. Or there's all different kinds of beliefs that can get wrapped up and live beneath our conscious mind. And that's why we wind up falling into these maybe stuck patterns or self-sabotage patterns where we're doing the work, we're making progress, and then we get stuck and we feel like we're going backwards. So we're not going backwards. We're actually coming up against an aspect of ourselves that is something that we're committed to on a deeper level than what we're trying to manifest. And so what we want to do is to reclaim that energy and realign it with what we want to be experiencing now. And there's usually healing and awareness that occurs in order for that to be released, reclaimed, and then empowered for the new alignment and intention. So that's an overview of what is an energy clearing and kind of how we go about it. And so that is the majority of the guided clearing. And it can be really powerful. People feel it even remotely. You can get chills, or you can feel buzzy. A lot of people cry, so I recommend tissues, and that's a beautiful thing. You can feel sensation in your body, hot, cold, tingles. You can feel weight release. You can feel yourself breathe easier. Pain can shift or go away. Really powerful physical manifestations or feeling sensations from receiving the energy clearing and going through that journey, that transformation. And then at the end, we do a beautiful gratitude and closing, and returning to your bodies in your current time space. And then at the end, we'll have time for anything that comes up that any of you want to share, or any questions that you have around, or clarification. So that's generally how I do, or how the energy clearings go that I do. And this is getting long, so I'm going to do a couple more videos specifically around receiving, why it's important, why we're struggling with it right now, especially with the coronavirus, and how we're protecting ourselves, and how that can also be a block against manifesting and receiving. So I would love to hear from you. Anything about this that you have a question about, or that you're excited about. And as I share the videos over the next couple weeks, or if you sign up and you're getting the emails, please respond. Let me know what you're struggling with most in trying to live your life and be happy. Yeah, so this is what we're going to be working with, and I'm really excited to share this with all of you. So please go pop into, if you're watching this on Instagram, go pop into my bio, and if it's Facebook, the link will be with the video. And I'm so excited to see all of you in a couple weeks, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Mwah.